How has the response to the film been since it's come out? It seems to have struck a nerve with everybody.
So many people have seen it. You know, I'm living in France at the moment, and I keep running into people and meeting them for the first time, and they say, "Oh, the wonder we saw that last week." You know, so I've been stunned by the international reach of this film, and I also love how passionately people have been arguing over everything from the meta elements to the treatment of Catholicism. I like the fact that people are stirred up by it.
And do you think that's something that British independent film does particularly well? Because I was talking with the Leo Grand director and producer earlier, in that their film has also stirred up a lot of conversations. Do you think that's something British independent film does well?
I do, and I like the fact that these films, they shake you awake, they poke you. They're not, trying to give you a bad evening, but they're not just giving you popcorn either. There's a huge stimulus. And a film like, I just saw After Sun the other night, stunning film, and it makes you work to sort of fill in those gaps yourself. It doesn't just hand it to you. So I love that. It sort of makes the viewer kind of a partner in the creation of the story.
I don't think anybody gets into this industry to get awards, but what's it like to be nominated by people in your industry making films of that caliber?
It does feel much more moving than even just something like sort of sales figures, because it's the respect of your peers. And I'm still relatively new to film. I only got into film about 10 years ago at all. And so to me, it's just thrilling to be acknowledged in any way as a screenwriter. When I always thought of myself as a novelist. So I couldn't be more touched to be here.
And what is it you have coming up for the next year? Have you got more projects on the go?
Writing a play next, which again is a whole different world, but some film projects on the go too. But I can never assume film will get made. There's always that touch of the fairy tale about it. It's like, could all the factors possibly come together, and the money and the timing, to actually film something? And so when it does, it just feels amazing.
And with the 25th anniversary of BIFA, what's been the most exciting thing for you in independent film this year, other than getting your own out?
I'm just thinking of individual films like After Sun, Leo Grand, and a kind of a honesty about them.
Because they've had some fabulous newcomers in there as well, and some great debut performances.
Yeah. I think After Sun and The Wonder are both remarkable in hinging on a really young and rivetingly real girl. It's so hard to find these child actors. It's not. I've written films centered on children twice now, and in each case we're like, will we ever find the kid? It's not like there are 10 to choose from. In each case it seems like there's just one, So it's nerve-wracking. I don't advise anyone to try this.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey, you guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yes.
Nice.
Hey!